Good evening. It is Miss Barrington again, and I am here today to show you how to set up your documents in all three programs. That is Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop, and Adobe InDesign. So I'm sure you're wondering, what does all of these options mean? I don't really understand, so I'm going to show them to you today really briefly, and then I will be able to explain a little bit more in class. So what you need to do for each document is you need to go to File and New. That is going to be in every single program. You might have to choose a second option in the drop down menu, but File and New is always going to be your first step. Okay? A lot of these things you can pretty much ignore. Okay? What you really need to worry about is the width and the height. And for Photoshop, you need to worry about the resolution. The resolution should always be 300 for Photoshop, okay? And 8.5 by 11 is the typical size sheet of paper. It is the traditional size sheet of paper that you'll normally print on. So it's safe to say that most of your documents will be set up as an 8.5 by 11. Please make sure your resolution is always 300 and your color mode is always in CMYK. Remember, we talked about CMYK, which means cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. And those four colors are used to create print documents. Remember, you only use RGB if you're producing something for the web. So when you get done with these options, 8.5 by 11, 300, CMYK, all you have to do is press OK. And there is your new document. Okay, everybody see it? Looks just like that. Alright, so that's Photoshop. So we'll go over and we'll do the same thing in InDesign. Alright, I'm going to close this out. We're going to go to File, New, and then here you're going to have to click Document. Alright, because InDesign is used to lay out things that use multiple pages. If you're doing something that has 10 pages or 5 pages or 100 pages, all you have to do is type that right here in that box. It says number of pages, okay? Right here it says page size. Remember, letter is the same thing as 8.5 by 11. They are synonymous. They mean the same thing. Synonym, same. 8.5 by 11 means letter. Letter means 8.5 by 11. So I'm sure you're wondering, why does the width and the height say 51 PO and 66 PO? Well, that is a different type of measurement. You don't have to worry about that. The safest thing to do, okay, is to go ahead and delete that out, all right, and type 8.5 IN for inches, all right, and it'll convert it, and 11 IN for inches for height, and it'll convert that too. And then you press OK. And there it is. Same document as you set up in Photoshop, okay? I'm sorry, Illustrator. And then here we are in Photo, oh, no, we already did that. In Illustrator, okay? So you're going to go, and you're going to go to File, New here, okay? Same thing as Photoshop, same thing as InDesign. You can choose here your number of artboards, which is the same thing as number of pages that you'd like to use. I would only suggest you use one, okay? The size is letter and 8.5 by 11. You can never go wrong with that size. And then once you're done, you press OK. And there you are with the same document setup as you have in Photoshop, in InDesign, and in Illustrator. Now, let's go back to Photoshop really quickly, okay, because this is probably the program where you'll probably set up documents in sizes that are other than 8.5 by 11. So some people want flyers, okay, so that means that in this box you're going to have to enter the size of the flyer. When you're in Photoshop, you have to create the document that you're designing in this as the same size as the document that the client wants. So if they say, I want a flyer, then you're going to have to figure out what size that flyer is going to be. And the width and the height for that flyer needs to match in this box. Traditionally, a flyer is 4 inches in width and 6 inches in height. Okay, you guys commonly see this size when you are taking pictures and you print them out. Okay, the cheapest and most traditional size of the smaller photos that you can print at like Walgreens and Sam's Club is a 4x6. It is also one of the more common sizes of flyers. Okay. Alright, so that's pretty much it. That's how you set up your documents. Never forget file, okay, and new. File new. That's telling the programs, hey, I need to create a new file. So this is what I'm going to tell you to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed your tutorial for today. And I also suggest that you watch it more than one time and take notes and really study and look at what I'm talking about. Please know that this is for your advantage so that you can go back and listen to again and again exactly what it is you missed or you need to hear over again, and then we'll actually apply this in class the following day. So I will see you tomorrow and have a wonderful night.